I'll turn to the one with They are the largest animals here in North America, and they are symbols of the American West. During Western's expansion, their loss is near extinction, leaving only about 300 individuals remaining. These are their descendants of purebred bison. And there are some calves in here. They range from a few months to a few days old. They are the orange and brown colors. As they get older, they're going to get darker, and when they're fully grown, they'll be 2,400 pounds. They will all have those horns. Those horns are part of their skull. If they are broken off or damaged, they will never grow back. You might notice some of their coats are coming off in pieces. That's the heavy winter coat that's still coming off. Like, it's August, guys. Like, get a move on before retirement comes off. You're going to need a new one. And it's so well insulated, they can walk around with a mountain of snow on their backs and they never even notice it. We also got here Roosevelt elk. They are the largest member of the elk species and the second largest member of the deer family in North America. They named after President Theodore Roosevelt, one of the fathers of conservation in this country. Females are not going to have those antlers, but the males will grow those impressive 4-foot antlers. They'll have 6 points on them. And they fall off at the end of each summer and regrow each spring. Currently, those antlers are going to be covered in a furry substance known as velvet. They'll protect and nourish them until they're fully grown. And when it's ready to come off, that velvet becomes very itchy. Its bottom or trees and poles are going to be wrapped in a mesh because they will scrape it off on the side of a tree. That will destroy the tree. Even living in the elk, you don't want them to do that. They're from the Pacific Northwest, so if you need a way to picture that, you can think of twilight. Now, those buffalo you saw, these conservation efforts around the country, they're most of the pretty for the Great Plains. So myself from the National Park Service, I'd like to encourage you not to go and take a selfie. It won't end well for you, but we got a Roosevelt elk trying right towards us here. And like their larger cousins, the moose, if they get in the way, we just gotta wait for them to do it. Moose ran by. So we got some of our panic-geese over here. They are not a part of the safari, but legally we can't get rid of them. They're resident freeloaders, troublemakers, and all their problems. That's go and do as they please. As we head by our lakes and ponds, keep an eye out beside our turtles and our native aquatic life. Now we got one of our rhea birds. Rhea birds are normally in sections inside the hive. And we're going to see a lot more of them keep going. I'm from South America. And remember the rattlesnake family. You know, it's the rhea birds. They're large flightless birds. So I want to thankful about that because they stand 5 feet tall. For reference, I am 5 feet tall. It's not like 5 foot me flying at you. So we're going to meet some of our llamas here. A llama is from Peru and they're cousins of the camel. Like their cousins, they're known for their spit, but that spit, of course, can travel 10 feet. But of course, it's not just spit, because why would it ever just be spit? Actually, stomach acid and bile that will temporarily blind you and stain your clothes. So my advice is stay away from emotional llamas, which is all of them. And the pack animals carrying goods and objects across the room. It's got a very soft coat that we use for wool. You've got our animals are free range, so they're actually just thinking as come together. Spread out as they choose to be. They're supposed to be come together in sections of them. You must have heard that for the next couple of days we're doing tours out of Great Adventure. You skip the first half of the Americas. So all the American animals went that way. Over here, these are the swallows here. They are cousins of the white-tailed deer native to New Jersey, but these guys are native to Europe. They were brought here to gain species during colonization because apparently we needed more of those. And they're going to keep their white spots their entire lives. The white-tailed deer leads them after childhood. There's that one who's all white. It's not albino, she just cannot produce pigment melanin and melanin only. We just saw the other pigments since she has blue eyes instead of the red and albino we have. We got a lot more fallow deer to meet as well as safari. They have babies. They're very cute. They are a lot of other birds. Well, as for our players, they can't fly, so they're going to use their wings for steering to get up to 25 miles an hour. The ones with the dark stripes around their necks are males. And I give a part of the year here in our safari. As the females are going to lay their eggs and then just leave. The males can incubate the eggs for 40 days and raise the chicks to adulthood. Now, one of the reasons they can't fly is because, like humanity, they have bone marrow. Like flying birds have hollow bones. Their feathers are very loose in comparison to those flying birds, but very tight feathers. Record breakers of the world. The largest land animal, second largest land animal, and the largest bird. Some of these rare birds. Big loop, so sometimes the areas back up to each other, and that's like the most apparent one. But we're going into Africa here in just a second. So we got one of our zebras over here. We got more of them. That zebra's just taking me time away from everybody else. Last time over here likes to point out, we're going to go see elephants and rhinos. They are the largest and second largest land animals in the world, respectively. They're two members of the mega herbivores, being like the biggest vegetarians on the planet. So we're going to follow the zebra over to the African elephant. We're the largest land animals in the world at 7 tons or 14,000 pounds. These three ladies, they're our golden girls in the park. They've been here since 1974 when we first opened. There's around 60 in the wild and around 80 on the human caves. The difference is around 60 in the wild start to deteriorate. Something different. Easier to try. We're going to see some more of our zebras in just a few minutes, but we're going to come closer to these today. The African elephant is easily distinguishable from their ancient counterparts. They got a larger ear to change the African continent. They got 2 lips on their top instead of the one Asian top. And that trunk has 40,000 muscles in it. They can pick up something small to blade the ground. They have something as large as a full-grown tree. And you might notice they're a bit dirty and muddy right now because they use dirt and mud as a natural sunblock and bug repellent. Things I like to put on every morning, but I wouldn't recommend their method. It's probably a little bit too disgusting and ineffective for us. These guys have incredible memory. They can remember the path they traveled once the water sources over 40 years ago. Use that memory to find the path and use their trunk to clear it. They're going to go get a trunk done. It's not a big deal for them, but it's a big deal for the other animals in the ecosystem. Elephants are a keystone species, meaning if they go extinct in the wild, their entire ecosystem will shortly follow. Now, these guys are pretty endangered. The biggest threat to their own survival right now is themselves. Not reproduce as fast as they lose individuals. It takes about 2 years to have a calf, and you can only have an expectancy of once every 5 years. And those calves don't have a high chance of survival, so they do not punish the population as fast as they lose individuals. So we got some zebras over here. They are cousins of the horse and donkey, but unlike their cousins, they were never sent to be domesticated. Probably because they got a bit of a personality, a bit of a temper, have anger issues that were never properly resolved, and are known to be quite aggressive animals. They're going to be black with white stripes, and those stripes are as unique as a human fingerprint, used for identification and confusion. So baby can find mom, and mom can find baby, but predators don't know the difference between ages. Zebra, they go in a group called Giraffe, and just sitting around their yummy islands. The exemplary over white rhinos, they're the second largest land animal in the world, and one of 5 remaining species of rhinos in the wild. So the only one of those 5 not to be critically endangered. They have what we call a false horn, meaning it is broken off or damaged, it will regrow because it's made out of keratin, the same thing as our hair and fingernails. And they have terrible eyesight. It's why a group of them is called a crash. It's also unfortunately why they're easy targets for poaching. To prevent poaching in the wild, some conservationists are actually removing parts of their horn. This will hurt the animal, but it will prevent them from being poached. Like any other stuff. Here are some of our ostrich. Both of those guys are males with fine feathers. One of the females over here is the greatest brown feather. They're large, in the world, 8 feet tall. The fastest two-legged animal, they run 43 miles an hour. Females are going to come by over here. The Asian water buffalo, they're here in our Africa section and not our Asia section. They spend most of their time in and around bodies of water. So, they're going to be happy it's here. It's probably got most of it. And they got special joints above their hoofs to allow them to get through the mud. And they have very easygoing, calm demeanor. Almost nothing can get them angry. Why they go great with Grand Zebra, who's complete and total opposite. Now, Grand Zebra, they're going to take part in the Great Migration. It's 100,000 miles per 10 years each year. Searching new food and water. They would go alongside another animal we'll meet in our wild plains section. I thought they were aggressive. If you're just angry at everybody, just leave. So we're going to head to the wild plains, where we're going to meet more of our staff, including other members of the Great Migration, more of our ostriches that are meant to gauge our tallest animals. You're also going to be on lookout for babies. We're going to add just a few months. Well, I normally say, but I saw there's a newborn in one of the sections over here, so. This is going to see where everybody is. Next section, I feel a beautiful. They love to ignore me, so. You might see some white objects. Those are ostrich eggs, so the largest eggs of any land animal. They weigh 3 pounds, you fit 24 chicken eggs inside. And if you want to, you can eat them. I do sell them in stores, but you might need a drill to get them open. They got a really hard shell. That's essentially been fruitful this year. We got 2 chicks walking around. We'll probably come meat. On the floor over here, these are some of our fallows here. So these 8 babies in here today. The ones who are darker, they got more melanin in their bodies. We also grow what we call complex antlers. So they have a very hot, dry environment to get all the water they need from the vegetation they eat. For a reason body temperature to 116 degrees to conserve energy. Those 2 behind them are both male black buck. As the males get older, they're going to grow the tightly spiraled horns and darken. We'll see a lot more of male black buck. So we're female ostrich over here. Now over here, these bigger guys up front, they are the ellipsis barba. They get their names from the distinctive marking on their behind. They secrete an oily substance that makes them fur almost waterproof. It makes them smell so bad, nobody wants to eat them. Apparently the females find it very attractive. I don't. It's not pleasant. Behind them, those are the blue wildebeest and the white-bearded nail. They're going to take part in the Great Migration along with the Grand Zebra, and they have a metabolism 3 times greater than ours, something I wish I could have. You might remember them for a certain movie involving lions. This side of these are 2 ostrich chicks. Maybe a month and a half old or so. They're guys significantly larger since they were born. And they're still at an age we're not really sure what gender they're going to be. It's an ongoing bet between the guides, drivers, and wardens. Now, in the back, those 3 orange guys, the first one's mom, the second one's baby, and the last one's dad. They are the African bongo, or the ghosts of the forests of Africa. Very skittish animals. Anytime researchers go around about them, they run away. We don't know that much. We know they're more active at dawn or dusk. Those horns are going to go backwards and they're going to get caught in the underbrush. The males are going to have a little bit of a dark coloration to them. You see a peacock that we been hiding from me most of the time. Long with the same 7 vertebrae there in our neck. We got 4 babies right now, it's the most in the country. Our youngest is about the same age as those ostrich chicks, born on actually the same exact day. I was standing right here when the baby was born. They're up and they dropped 6 feet out of their mom and they're up and walking within 45 minutes. Sorry, not 45 minutes, within an hour. One of our older one, and males, he's about 18 feet tall. I guess we are close to these guys. These are the red and golden cattle, or the Watusi cattle. After the Watusi people of Africa who bred them. They're a breeding species, and they're bred for that beautiful color and those horns. Those horns, 6 feet on either side of their head. You see them laying down on the floor, right between those two over there. That's a new one. She was not here 2 hours ago. 45 minutes ago, we came by, we're like, there's another one. Where? Yeah, it's over there. He's trying to get up right now. Apparently back in the time where we ended the day before and started. These giraffes are undergoing what we call a silent extinction, meaning they are pretty endangered in the wild. But it's not something that we often talk about in mainstream media. Look at that's our youngest over there. Really fun of our youngest. These scimitar horns. These guys gave rise to the myth of unicorns because their horns will line up perfectly. And unfortunately, they went extinct in the wild in 2000. Thanks to conservation efforts, 25 of them were released in 2016 in Chad. They now number over 600 individuals of the wild herd. Meaning, that's a pretty good number. We still need a lot more help. This other one is our juveniles, a giraffe. We got one more. Here with a $2 minimum to stay. Kind of like camping, but you're roughing it in no ways whatsoever, and you get access to all of your cars, as well as VIP cars. You come back to Giraffe eating twice daily. For more information, you guys can go to sixflags.com. We're gonna meet the common eland. They are the largest antelope we got here today, and they are the slowest. Going up for that, they can jump 8 feet vertically when startled. That's higher than anybody in the NBA. And we're going to leave the wild plains for a little while. We're going to be back to see these animals in the lower plains in a little while. First, we're going to head to the Serengeti grasslands. We're starting off strong. The white guys are the addicts. They are critically endangered. There's like 40 known individuals left in the wild and an estimated 90. Change the color of the cars depending on the season. Right now it's a light color to reflect the heat of the sun. Winter time it's a darker color to absorb that heat. Oh look, my thumb never saw one flying over there. We'll see more of them. Or some of the male black buck. These are our male black buck. Which are oldest of the group with the black color. That's when they get as they get older. And they are only our males. That Africa section, the female and juveniles are near the end of our safari in our nursery. But they are the smallest antelope in the world at 3 feet tall. They're the fastest, they run 50 miles an hour. And it's hilarious trying to watch anybody try to count them. We're going to go meet my favorite antelope of the safari. Sorry, not the safari, of the section. The sable antelope. They're these ones with the big curved horns, the black coloration. Unlike all the other animals, they aren't afraid of the predators. They stand their ground. They've been documented for a poker lion over their back, turn around and do it again until the lion gives up. You got a better success rate than some of those lions do. the truck. They are also known as the white-tailed newt. They are the smaller cousins of the blue willow-wreath. And since they're smaller, they're not going to take part in the Great Migration. That's too much of a strain on their body. So they're going to be nomads, constantly moving behind the water. These are the Udad, or the Barbary sheep. Now, even though they're called sheep, they're actually mountain goats from the Atlas Mountains region of Africa. They are tremendous climbers. They can fall asleep by the side of a cliff if they chose to do so, and they make all the divots in the ground. You know, the other animals will use also. We're going to make our way towards Pink Land now. To meet some of our African lions. African lions are only true social cat of the big cat species, so they're going to live in groups called prides. We got 3 prides here at 6 months. We're going to come meet 2 of them. This is our juvenile mixed prides. They're at an age where the only way to find out which ones are the females and which ones are the males are getting up close and personal, and they don't pay me enough for that, so I'm going to stay out here. We'll wait another few years for that to happen. And these lions are going to sleep 20 hours a day and spend 4 hours awake protecting their pride. While lionesses sleep 16 to 18 hours a day, spend their time awake hunting. Even though they spend a number of hours each day hunting, they're only successful about a quarter of the time. I don't know how I feel. My partner only goes home a quarter of the time, but they stay fine with it. So I'm going to eat first and the lionesses, and then the pride. They're going to play Thanksgiving every night, eating like 40 pounds in a sitting. Our older mixed pride. Our bachelor pride is sitting on that. They switch daily on who's out. These are our older mixed pride. You can very easily tell the difference between the females and the males. As the males get older, they're going to grow like a big bushy mane, and as the testosterone levels change to darkens. Now these guys, they got really big hearts. That's why they're so sleepy. Pumping all their blood makes them very lethargic. So it's going to be heard up to 5 miles away. They're for use for scaring off other animals, but also for communication. Probably when the lion's been sleeping all day and the lioness will go hunting, and the lioness will wake up and be like, where did everyone go? Now they got retractable claws like those cats you might have at home. Well, their claws are a lot longer and sharper. Another view over here of our juveniles. Widespread. We find them in 49 of our states. The only state you won't find one is Hawaii. It's a little bit too far for them. They are still pretty good swimmers. They're even better climbers. They have curved claws to allow them to do so. They are opportunistic omnivores, which means they're going to eat everything and anything. Why you live in bear country, you got to lock up your trash because they will go through it. Now we're going to go over here. We're going to be a mom house for 2 cubs. Oh. 4 months old or so. They're going to be on this side of the truck. They're my little balls of fur. I love them. I could sit here all day long, you know. But it wouldn't go well for my employment. I'd probably try to hide one. Baby! They're going to spend the next 2 years with all learning all the basic social skills on how to find food, how to climb. They're pretty good at.
Go get it. Go get it. You see that thing right there? That's the one you gotta talk to. Yeah? I don't think she's the game.
It's the mom and she babies.
Now these guys are normally the smaller size. There are some bears that are like 1,000 pounds. Those are the black bears that live in residential areas that don't ever stop eating because they don't walk dry. They are notoriously skittish animals. If you were to encounter one in the wild, there's a good chance they'd run away before you really react to them. And they come in a variety of colors, not just the 5 colors that they're named for that we have here. They could be a bluish gray, a whitish color, and a range from blonde to a dark cinnamon. Now you might notice our pond over here. It's a bit green. It's not algae. It's actually an aquatic plant called duckweed. So we add to the water because it works as a vitamin and supplement the diet for some of our animals, including the bears. So the black bears like to go swimming in it. They come out covered way here up front. The red legs will be called downhill. The back legs are taller and stronger than their front legs. Over here to the marshy, swampy environments they call home. And we also got two of our male African bongos. We've actually, this is the first time I've actually seen them not trying to hide. So these guys are both males. That's all the coloration. Well, you guys come out only because it's you're hungry. And rodents I like to eat. Since they're opportunistic omnivores, it's like a little bit more in their diet. Well, they aren't out for this climbers, they are still pretty good at it. Can't wait for this game to open and close, and we'll be far away to see some bears. They are a mom and her cub. About a year or so old. They're both kind of hanging out along the tree line in the back to get a nap. We all love our bears since they are here. They're my favorites in the safari because they got the most personality. I like to lay a very uncomfortable positions where this guy over here, clearly he's going to be eating, although it looks like sand, it's actually a protein powder to help build and maintain their muscles. Now, even though they look like big curly teddy bears, now a whole lot of times, they are going to be a little bit more aggressive animals, so I wouldn't be searching Europe for one to hug. I live in the Poconos, and sometimes, yesterday I had a bear just walk straight in front of my car. Yeah, they don't care. I walked my dog one time, and a black bear walked right past me. The dog and him looked at each other and just kept walking. Now these guys, they are they like to hang out in this pond a lot. We got enrichment toys for them, but they tend to like to play with their own enrichment toys of bugs, they find. And girls go out in there, take a nap, play around, lay on their back sometimes like they're in the pool. These guys, over here is a mom and a cub. And they're around 2 years, or the cubs are around 2 years old, so they're pretty standard-sized. They're getting ready to go rejoin the rest of the group. They do that on their own schedule, though. Alright, come on by Sam's house here. Get a chance Sam's hiding. He's our special bear here. He's always too young and inexperienced to raise them, so our wardens and vet team how to do so. That's a little bit socially awkward. Most of my family is pointing towards the back. He is hiding now. Sometimes likes to hide in that pond, but we're going to head out of Europe now. We're going to return to New Jersey for a little while. This is a wildlife conservation area. It's 52 acres of untouched native New Jersey habitat. So this is part of Jersey what it looked like before we started building houses and roads and farming. It's natural wetlands, no plants here again in a regulated air environment, cooling down the air temperature, and it's filtering the water to make it clean enough for the animals to drink. Already clean enough for those animals, it's probably not clean enough for us, so we don't recommend drinking out of every wetland you come upon. But in this area, we can find animals like the white-tailed deer, the bald eagle, the Virginia opossum, our only marsupial, the the 3D class, we're going to meet two of our Australian animals, the emu and the red kangaroo. The red kangaroos, only the males are going to be the reddish color they made for. They're called Jack. The females are going to be a bluish gray, and they're called Jill. The babies are known as Joey. I've seen some of Joey's in and out of the house today, so I'll let you know if I do see any of them. Now, kangaroos have what we call fused hips, so they can't walk one foot in front of the other like we can. So they're going to hop, and they're very good at hopping. They can hop 8 feet high and 20 feet forward, about the height and length of your average school bus. And it helps them do, they have a big powerful tail, puts the counterbalance. Also use the force of their entire body weight. When they're angry, they'll lean back on it and kick with their back legs. We call it boxing. These are three of our emus. They are the last members of the rat type family we got here today. Unlike the other rat types and all the other birds, they could not use their wings whatsoever. So instead, they're going to be the only birds in the world with calf muscles. Also, the only birds I've ever heard to win a war. They beat the Australian military twice. Don't know how you lose to a bird that can't fly away, but it must be those calf muscles. Here's some of our red kangaroos. I like to think that was a bit of a dramatic one when they're laying down. They look like they're trying to be on the cover of some magazine like Outback Monthly or something like that. And red kangaroos. The emus are actually our dinosaurs in the park. They were used in the Jurassic Park movies as the motion capture for the velociraptors. They're some of the closest of relatives to them. And those two are fighting, so entertainment, guys. They know it's my type of entertainment. Oh, well, that guy's like you could have gone any other way. Well, are you too embarrassed to fight in front of people?
Solve that.
So getting kind of mine. Over here, there's a kangaroo, two kangaroos and 38. Oh, I got that one. Yeah, good. Now we're going to make our way out of Australia and up north into Asia. We've been through Tiger and Seychelles. I don't know why I know what it is here and stuff. So the first tiger we're going to meet is our Bengal tiger. He's a Bengal deaf Indian Nepal, Pakistan, outreach into the world. And they come in four color combinations. The golden tabby we have here, orange with black stripes, white with black stripes, and the elusive white with off-white stripes. Tiger. They are gonna have massive population loss to the conversation with humans. So about 2,500 amongst the wild. This led to a dramatic increase in their prey population.
You can smell it.
Siberian tigers, one of the largest cats in the world. These tigers are normally solitary animals, but there are some exceptions. We're going to see two exceptions. We're going to start with the rare one, the bunny group. Our bunny group is really large. Normally it's litters from 2 to 3. We have a litter of 5. 4 girls and 1 boy. On a litter of 1, they grow the Siberian tiger population worldwide by 1%. Time staying about 500, now since about 350. Only a couple of years later. They only come in this orange and black color combination. They act like any other siblings would. One moment they love each other, the next moment they want nothing to do with each other.
Wow.
Guys, that was great timing. Oh yeah, that's her mom. Mom lives over here. She is not always a fan of the trucks, so sometimes she just goes inside. eldest sister lived a solitary lifestyle typical of the tigers. And these guys are AAA prize players, being the best at climbing, running, and swimming in their environment. Sometimes when they see they got row in between their paws, you know, the only cup I know that actually likes to think about. Every year, this is our bonded pair. They're the middle two sisters of the family. And bonded pairs happen naturally in the wild. And they're going to spend their entire lives together and share the same territory for hunting. Even though these guys are larger than the lions, their voice can only be heard from about 2 miles away. They gotta be the largest cats because they need the extra body mass and coat to survive the harsh Siberian climate. We feed them. They haven't exactly told me how they feed them, but I know they give them meat. Probably cow. Giraffe, our female juvenile black buck and Adad, as well as our final llama. These are a Nilgai, or the blue cow. They're the prey of the Bengal tiger. They're considered sacred in their region, so they cannot be hunted. Combined with the loss of the Bengal tiger population, there is not much population to kill guard after them. Kind of becoming a bit of a problem in their homeland. Let's throw a final llama over there, hanging around. And apparently a lot of the Canada geese have decided to take over the nursery, so we'll see if they'll look like breath, but these are the female juvenile udad. The females have a smaller horn and beard comparison to their male counterparts. They're just as good as climbers. And there are going to be some juvenile male udad and black juvenile herds, but they're going to just be too young to go join the male herd yet. Also, still hanging up over there. We're going to head to the baboon village, where we're going to meet the yak, the black puff, and the all baboons. It's going to be our last section here in the safari. They are beasts of burden and livestock in the steppe region in Mongolia, China, and Russia. They produce really rich, creamy milk that feeds for dairy products, have a very soft, heavy coat that will be used for wool. They have lungs that are much bigger than other animals of their size, so they're on the breathe an area for not a lot of oxygen. Like the baboons, they're going to be great at adaptation, so they're going to live here in Jersey just fine. I know it's for more of our female juvenile black buck. They're also very little baby snackers, so hopefully we'll do the best with them. This will be there too. Of course, we're going to meet the all of baboons. These guys are undergoing what I call multi-decade timeout. Recently they won't breathe, and then they reported one car. They don't want to listen to that anymore, so they're going to hang out over there. That's a good thing too, they got 3 inches size for their mouth, it's like the size of your thumb. So we don't want to come up with some personal with them. They are monkeys, so they do have a tail, but unlike other monkeys, they can't use that tail to climb. To grab onto things. Instead, it's being used as a balance while climbing. It comes out at a 90-degree angle. Now these ones are all baboons, that's one species of baboon. There are others, but this species is named for the color of the coat, and they only have the red rump on the females. Now, these dogs are very intelligent animals. They're found in 25 countries along the equator in Africa. They can find the best resources in any environment to put them in. They can also be very social animals. They live in troops of about 25 to 100 individuals. Where the highest members of the social hierarchy will be groomed by the lowest members, and vice versa, to promote the building of social bonds. There you go, she's all gone for a stroll. around by their house. All of our animals have either nighttime or off-season storage. Houses. This is the Babbitt house. We go in here every night and during the winter months. It's climate controlled so they can be colder on the hot days, warmer on the colder days. And right next to it is the old American Screen Machine. All the structures in our around our animals. I can't speak today. Our animals been on or around are either donated by local fire departments or reused to figure out the entire park. Like the old American Screen Machine. It's needed on the cooler days without room to climb on. So these are your female juvenile black bucks. The females stay this light color their entire lives, and also since we only get 3 feet tall, the girl is tiny. Give birth 2 to 3 times a year, so we have a lot of them. So at least 20 babies right now. This is one of the tinier babies over there. The smaller and skinnier they are, typically the younger they are. Sorry, not to do so. I want to talk about conservation. Conservation and education are a big part of why we're here. We want you guys to be able to see these animals and learn about them, but also take part in the conservation efforts. Some animals like the buffalo and the scimitar and horned oryx are having comeback stories, while other animals like the ibex are critically endangered and are in need of a lot of help. To help those animals and others around the world, we partner with the Wildlife Conservation Network. Since 2019, we've donated over $100,000 to conservation efforts worldwide. And we want to continue to do more. So we're selling our Save an Icon pins for $5 in Auburn, Utah. Near our base camp and in our other parks, where it looks like just a bigger version of it. Featuring our Adolphus tortoise and red-eyed tree frog. Who meet our Adolphus tortoise? Right in Roma, back at base camp. They're 80 and 90 years old. Weigh up to 500 pounds. Right next door to them are our pot-bellied facing goats for you guys to meet. As well as a reptile house where you can see reptiles and amphibians from around the world, including a 17-foot long snake. And we got our barn cell, which I highly encourage you to check out, because you can see the skulls and antlers of some of the animals you've seen here today, like the African elephant, white rhino, and Roosevelt elk. We also got our birds of prey. This is a pretty cool owl snow. It looks like a straight out of Harvard. Hope you guys had a great party and that you have a great rest of your day. But please stay safe with your seatbelts on until I give you the go.